Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to look at 4 players Arsenal should have spent their £140 million budget on. Mikel Arteta has come under fire for spending in the wrong areas after Arsenal lost their first 2 games of a new season for the first time in the Premier League era. Mikel Arteta issued a defiant response in the wake of Arsenal's 2-0 defeat to Chelsea by claiming that his team will be completely different when his new signings are embedded into the squad. The Gunners' boss finds himself under intense scrutiny after his side made it back-to-back defeats in the first 2 games for the first time in Premier League history. Arsenal were simply no match for their London rivals, with £97.5 million signing Romelu Lukaku tormenting the back line and bagging a goal on his debut for good measure. So we're going to look at 4 signings Mikel Arteta should have signed. So the first person on the list is Houssem Aouar. Arsenal finally got their man in Martin Ødegaard, but there may be some concern as to how easy it was to coax Real Madrid into selling the Norwegian. A £35 million fee is no small amount even in this modern transfer market, and while Martin Ødegaard mildly impressed during his 5-month loan spell last season, there will be newfound pressure on his shoulders. The 22-year-old's goal contributions were steady if not unspectacular, with only 2 goals and 1 assist following in his 16 appearances. Compared to long-term target Houssem Aouar, the highly rated Lyon playmaker, there may be some disappointment that the North London outfit did not move for the Frenchman. Houssem Aouar scored 7 goals and registered 3 assists in 30 games for the league side last season, but despite his value to the club, the financial situation meant he could have been signed for around £25 million. That could give Mikel Arteta the opportunity to secure a long-term player with Champions League experience, and with £10 million spared to focus on other areas. Now it is down to Martin Ødegaard to prove his manager made the right decision in pursuing him. But when it comes to Houssem Aouar, I think he could have been brought in alongside the likes of Martin Ødegaard, as he would have probably been even cheaper at £17 million, as Lyon's financial struggles is something that Mikel Arteta's Arsenal could have easily capitalised on, and with selling a player such as Matteo Guendouzi to Marseille on a season-long loan with an obligation to buy, I think it was a must to buy a player such as Houssem Aouar. So the next person on the list is Yves Bissouma. It is a huge surprise that with the transfer window only 8 days from closing, Yves Bissouma remains a Brighton player without any real interest from top European clubs. The energetic midfielder was one of the standout performers from clubs outside of the Big Six last season, and only missed 2 matches in total, starting 35 games for the Seagulls. But despite their heavy reliance on a seemingly endless supply of stamina, Yves Bissouma showed no real signs of burnout, pointing to his incredible work rates and athleticism. The 24-year-old caught the eye again as Brighton beat Watford on 2-0 on Saturday, creating a goal to cap a fine display. It now seems as if Liverpool could make the move for the Mali international after Arsenal signed Sambi Lokonga instead. While the Belgian has shown signs of promise, Yves Bissouma offers tough tackles, crucial interceptions and neat passing, everything you could want from a box-to-box operator. In these dire times, Arsenal need proven Premier League performers to get them back to where they feel they belong, and for only an extra £7 million, Yves Bissouma may have been exactly what Mikel Arteta needed, and with him being an Arsenal fan, he would have even tried to reduce that value down to that £25 million we're talking about. But if Brighton did ask for the £40 million, if you consider the decrease from the value of Houssem Aouar, I think that money could have been utilised in trying to bring Yves Bissouma to the football club. So the next person on the list is Onana. If Arsenal were looking for a replacement who is better than Bernd Leno but also wanted to join a team seemingly in decline, their options were perhaps wafer thin. In moving for Aaron Ramsdale, they get a long-term keeper with room for improvement, and a stopper who satisfies the Premier League's definition of a homegrown player. But in this climate, to pay £30 million for a goalkeeper who has been relegated in successive seasons feels somewhat ominous. Sheffield United were reluctant to part with Ramsdale, but they made a healthy profit nonetheless. There has been some confusion and feeling of bafflement amongst Arsenal supporters as to why Aaron Ramsdale was their first choice when there were better options available. Nick Pope from Burnley, a goalkeeper with a fine clean sheet record, would have been a better alternative. As a low-cost option, Ajax goalkeeper Onana would have been snipped at just £9 million. The Cameroonian has seen his stock fall over the last 18 months, having been courted by Barcelona and Chelsea after he was 109 months doping ban. Instead, Mikel Arteta hit the panic button after Bernd Leno's unconvincing display against Brentford and could now live to regret forking out such a high fee for Aaron Ramsdale. And Andre Onana was seen as the most sensible option for Mikel Arteta as even a replacement to Bernd Leno, and trying to sell Bernd Leno if we can get that £15 million or £10 million for the goalkeeper, we could have easily utilised that money in a very proven player in the form of Andre Onana. So the final person on the list is Ridle Baku, and when it comes to uncertainty over the future of long-serving fullback Hector Bellerin, it means that Arsenal should be planning to replace the Spaniard. But instead of purchasing a right-back this summer, Mikel Arteta brought in Nuno Tavares from Benfica for £8.5 million to provide cover for Kieran Tierney. Of course, it should not be ignored that Cedric Soares, Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Callum Chambers are able deputies, but none of those three should be playing regularly for Arsenal. Instead, they should have gone all out to sign Wolfsburg versatile fullback Ridle Baku, whose name is derivative of former Borussia Dortmund legend Karl-Heinz Ridle. Baku has been tracked by some of Europe's top clubs including Bayern Munich after scoring 6 goals and assisting 6 more for his teammates last season. He is already off the mark in the Bundesliga for 2021-2022, striking at the 2-1 win over Hertha Berlin. And the German international is a player with enormous potential. If Arsenal do sell Hector Bellerin this summer, with Inter Milan among the clubs interested, Ridle Baku would be a superb replacement. And with Mikel Arteta still reliant on his 3 right-backs, with Callum Chambers not even a right-back, he's a centre-back by trade, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles someone that really doesn't want to be a right-back and wants to play in the midfield, with Cedric Soares being the only option, I think Mikel Arteta needs to sign a right-back, and I think Ridle Baku would have been a great option. So we will have to wait and see how Arsenal will use the summer transfer window in the end. Make sure you check out the FA Cup post that uses a special link I have put below in the description, and smash that like button to see if you can reach 30 likes. Also subscribe for more daily videos and share the video with your Arsenal friends and family. Click one of the latest videos on the screen and I'll see you there.